Nestled in historic downtown Apex, there's a place where you can experience the wonders of craft beer. Enjoy a wide selection of beers from North Carolina, the U.S., and around the world. And it's only at the Beer Dispensary.
Hi, I'm Glenn. This is Dave. We're the NC Beer Guys. We drink beer produced here in North Carolina, provide our opinions of them here on our weblog, also on our website, ncbeerguys.com. Remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina. Eric was kind enough to send us a couple of mystery beers to try tonight, so we're going to try 2 beers from the Mystery Brewing Company over in Hillsborough. And these are both part of their spring lineups, the Locksley Ordinary Bitter and the Jack Thorne London Porter. As you'll know, Mystery Brewing Company's mission has been to create a cornucopia of high-quality, small-batch, rustic ales for the discriminating consumer and to test the boundaries of creativity and style. The founder, CEO, head brewer is Eric Lars Myers, who's also the author of the book, North Carolina Craft Beer and Breweries. Mystery is a seasonal-only brewery and proud of it. They don't have flagship beers and they don't want one. They believe that, quote, what people like to drink changes depending on the time of the year, the type of foods that are available in the local market, and the weather, and even their moods. Are you spilling my beer?
No.
Okay.
What, did it spill?
Because of that, they strive to provide a seasonal selection that's always fresh and reflects what they think drinkers will be looking for each time of the year.
Good.
So as I said, these are 2 of their seasonal rotations for the spring. And the first one we're going to try is the Locksley Ordinary Bitter. And this is what Mystery says about the Locksley. Contrary to its name, an ordinary bitter isn't normally bitter or all that bitter.
Right.
Think of it as pale ale's little cousin. I kind of like that, pale ale's little cousin. It does, it's good. This light, drinkable British-style beer has a sweet malt body overlaid by light floral and citrusy play of American hops, creating a refreshing quaff that you can keep going back to, paired with woody cheddars, light salads, and warm spring afternoons.
Yum.
And this one is a lower ABV session beer at 3.8%.
That's what an ordinary bitter is.
So the first one we're trying is the Locksley Ordinary Bitter.
Which they, like you said, it's not ordinary and it's not bitter.
Right.
It's basically a very flavorful and low alcohol beer. So don't get confused. You go bitter, you go, oh wait, I'm not here for a sour fest.
That's right. And you won't get a better looking head on a beer than that.
Well, especially when I put a giant one.
It's a little much, but there's something to be said about the pourer. The pourer in this one. And I'm not getting a whole lot of aroma through all this
just
head.
Very light, very light.
We're going to see very light.
Now see,
now
just as you say, it's very flavorful. You'd think, you know, some people would think that low ABV is going to be very watery, and no. See, that's what makes the bitters stand out, is that they're very flavorful and a very sessionable beer, and it's perfect for you want to chill out in the patio, and it's a nice hot day, and you want to go through these. It's great.
I've been drinking several varieties of the ordinary bitter lately, and I'm just more and more appreciating, number one, what they are, and their drinkability. I think that's the main thing they've got going for them. Is if you don't know an ordinary bitter and can get put off by the name, it really wish it was called something else. Yeah. Because it's just not bitter in the least. Yeah. And for those of us who are not hopheads, it's not hoppy at all. It's just a very drinkable, approachable beer, and so refreshing. Lawnmower beer, Sunday afternoons. And this is a great example of it, and you won't go wrong with this. So if you're out at Mystery, stop in at the brewery or at the public house at 230 South Nash Street.
You know that one now.
I know that one now. So try to grab you a Locksley Ordinary Bitter, and it'll be on probably until he decides to put on something for the summer.
Until the summer beers
for the summer.
Which is really cool because you rotate.
That's right.
You get to play with a whole bunch of beers all year round, even though a lot of people are doing them anyway. But he's doing them in a controlled fashion. Seasons.
So we washed our palates a little bit.
I'm gonna put this one up front.
Yeah, off camera drinking. The next one we're trying is the Jack Thorne London Porter. And Eric and Mystery says of this beer, it's based on the recipe from the very first post-Prohibition brewpub in the U.S. from a recipe. Did I say that? From a recipe from the very first Prohibition brew pub in the US. A smooth, classic London-style porter with currents of dark caramel, chocolate, espresso, and even a light wisp of smoke, paired with roasted meats, hearty cheeses, and dark chocolate. And this one is a higher ABV for mystery and compared to what we just drank.
What is it?
At 5.2, which is
okay,
not high, but it's getting there.
Killer labels.
Yeah, Dave's really into his labels, and he loves the mystery labels. And
Yes.
Eric's been very good about sending them to us, so we appreciate that, Eric. So let's see what we got here. Much more aromatic.
Oh, this is rich.
Right.
A rich, chocolatey, roasted aroma.
Beautiful dark beer with a nice head.
Yep.
Creamy, holds up.
All right, it's got a nice, not overwhelming roasty flavor. It's just a nice, medium-bodied roasted flavor.
Now, and I'm not a smoke fan. I'm not a smoked beer fan. There is some smoke coming through, but it is very tolerable, even for me. It's very light. As they said, a wisp of smoke.
Yeah, it's very mild compared to the wonderful other ones.
So, right. Some people are really into the smoked beers, and I'm not, but this is very drinkable for me as a non-smoke fan. Don't let that put you off in the least.
Thornfield's End.
Yeah, right. Now, we don't mix our viewers up with other beers. This is a very good example of
This is good. And when he talks about the food and beer pairing, I mean, a beer like this with the cheeses, the rich cheeses.
Well, I could think about the roasted meats. I mean, just a big old beef roast in front of you,
Yep.
and this beer, that would be great.
When you have a food and beer pairing that goes well, it melts in your mouth. It's like you just want to keep going. You can eat forever and drink forever when you have something like that.
And so when you get ready next time to drink and eat together, like on the barbecue in your backyard,
make sure it pairs
plan
up.
ahead a little bit.
That's right.
And
it's well worth it.
Think about what you're going to put together on your table, and you'll appreciate the food and the beer both more because the combination of the two enhances both.
Yep, exactly.
And this would be just a great example. And both of these in their own environments, but more this one, I think, with the food than the other. Because a lot of foods are going to overwhelm the other.
Yeah, but then you just choose lighter ones.
That's
if you
right.
have something that's a little bit of a lighter fare, then you choose the lighter ones. You don't, if you want to put a cheese with it, you won't get the rich cheeses. You'll get some of the lighter cheeses like Havarti and such. And so this one, deep cheddar would be awesome.
So Eric and Chris have come through with another great beer from Mystery.
Yep.
Two great beers from Mystery.
Yep, among the many.
Among the many. And they've done a good label job for Dave too. If you get a chance when you're in Hillsborough next time, like I said, do visit with them either at the brewery or the public house. The public house is a great environment for throwing back a few beers.
Yep.
Really enhance your visit to Hillsborough. Until next time, remember, drink local, keep your beer dollars North Carolina, and we'll catch you later, guys.